we have Matthew's account in verse 19 of chapter 21 of Jesus returning to Jerusalem on the morning of Tuesday of Holy Week. He has cleansed the temple on Monday. He has responded to objections from the religious leaders the same day, and now he's returning. And as he's going along, he's apparently skipped breakfast and is a little hungry and sees a fig tree. And although it's not the season for figs, there were some fig trees that would produce fruit out of season. And usually the indicator of that would be foliage. And so that seems to be the context of this. So we have Kai, the connective, idon, having seen. This is an aorist participle, masculine singular nominative, referring to the subject, Jesus himself, having seen sukein. It's from suke, it means a fig tree. Having seen a fig tree, meon, this is the word one, can mean a certain fig tree, having spied a certain fig tree, epi, along or beside or on. Tes hodu, tes the way, so as he's walking back to Jerusalem. Sees a fig tree off, eothen, from erchomai, third person singular, aorist active indicative. He came, ep, again, ep autein, upon it, he came to it. Kai, uden, this is udemia, uden, the word for means nothing or no one, depending on the gender here, nothing in the neuter. And nothing, hurin, this is from heurisco, to find, third person singular, aorist active indicative, and nothing of finding. He found nothing in, preposition with the dative, in it, or among it, or in its leaves, or in its foliage. A may, if not, comes over into English as except. Phula, this is from phulon, means a leaf. This is the plural, except leaves, monon only. Monon, modifying it, it's an indeclinable adverb. So he found only leaves. Kai lege, he says, present tense, aute, to it, that is, to this fig tree, meketi. This is no longer, it's going to take the subjunctive because we have the may there, so no longer, or from here on in, henceforward, indeclinable adverb, exu, out of you, karpos, the word for fruit. So no longer out of you will there be fruit, genetai. Fruit will not come. Karpos is in the nominative because it goes along with genetai, from genomai. Become, let it be. So no longer from you let fruit be or appear. Ace, preposition, tone, iona, into the age, which is idiomatic for forever. So no longer let fruit show up in your foliage forever. Kai ex er ranthe. This is from ze rhino. It means to wither up. I wither up would be the literal sense of it. It's in the passive. So here we have third person singular, aorist passive indicative, and it was withered up, namely hesuke, the fig tree. Parakrema is a word that means not instantly, it's not euthus, immediately, but presently. Of course, we learn elsewhere that it took about a day for the fig tree to wither up. The disciples will notice it later, but at this point we see that the process has gotten underway. Of course, the whole thing is intended to be a object lesson with respect to Jerusalem, which was a lot of leaves, a lot of religious practice, a lot of outward show, and yet digging down inside there's no fruit whatsoever, and that is, of course, the very reason that Jesus is going to, within the next few hours, pronounce his definitive judgment against Jerusalem and against the religious leaders who were there.